Oh boy, guys, this is gonna be a juicy video. So I'm gonna be having a lot of stuff popped up. So let's see if I can adjust this. As you know, I'm on my channel, but I just wanted to be room here to pop up stuff. Now this is a breakdown of Jesse's tweets that he tweeted from yesterday and today. So I have number each because I wrote some information about each tweet. I'm gonna write down. There's 16 tweets. That I'm looking over, and now this tweet, because he did a whole tweet thread about YouTube and that how January 1st of 2020 he's no longer uploading content to YouTube. But there's more tweets than this, but I didn't get everyone. I got the majority though. Anyways, let's get started. And yes, guys, by the way, sending the fun videos, but you know, I just want to bring this up because I remember Jesse saying in the video he made of Big Brother, there's lots of cuts, and he's saying it looked like he was reading from a teleprompter. Like if he was, you know, if that's such a bad thing to do. One, guys, you should always do this when you're making videos like this, when you're talking about certain topics, just so you don't forget to say anything you want to say, and just so you have all your thoughts organized, because especially like this, where there's so many tweets and there's so much I want to say. Obviously, I'm not going to be able to write it all down, and so yeah, Jesse's obviously not uploading today. I'm going to try and get through this fast. I don't want this video to be too long for you guys. And Colin's going to be editing the shout out to you, Colin. And yeah, and guys, this is stuff that I have from Google too that I find. And like I did some math too on my calculator. See right here? That I should put right now. It just takes a little bit of research. You know, this probably took me an hour to do. But granted, you know, I had to go through all these tweets and get some information from Google. And so yeah, put this out here. Let's get started. So his first tweet, you guys are gonna be popping them up so you can pause and read them. And he's saying how he's not complaining about the dollar amounts in general, but we're gonna loop back to that after. I'm gonna put in big letters, loop back so I know. Anyways, so yeah, that was just tweet number 1. Now, for each tweet, I'm just certain parts that I'm going to be talking about of the tweet. Because these tweets are not lengthy, but they have, you know, certain parts. And it says, I'm not talking about the tweet as a whole. There's just certain parts in the tweets that he talks about. So, he says, there's no promising way to get in touch with YouTube. You know, he said the only promising way to get in touch with YouTube is Twitter, and they give cookie cutter responses. And I looked up cookie cutter, the phrase, it says lacking individuality, which in other words, you can say lacking originality. It's impossible to connect with fans on YouTube. Anyways, Rich, I've seen YouTube respond, because on Twitter I've seen people tweet at YouTube and YouTube responds, and they give you advice on like what you could do to fix this problem, where you could go at this, that, what you can do. So I don't know what more Jesse wants from them. All they can do is tell you they can fix the problem, or they can tell you how you can do it, you know, on your screen by going to this thing or going to that. So I don't know what more you want them to do. And you could connect with your fans. Jesse used to do what? Mcjuggernuggets, Movie Madness, where he would shout out smaller YouTube channels, and that's connecting with his fans. Juggy Powwows, giving them advice, doing Q&As, reading comments, that's all connecting with fans. Fan mail, he used to do all that. Then, because Psych Shows ended, he just thought that those needed to end it too, which they didn't. And that happened with a lot of YouTubers. I feel like, you know, they haven't done. They used to like fan mail, reading comments. They used to do all that. Then you just stopped doing it. You don't really see other YouTubers doing that stuff anymore. I still do reading your comments. You know, I try to. And guys, I'm going to be trying to do them within the next couple days. Sometimes it takes me a while to do them in between each reading your comments, because I don't get a lot of comments. Number 1, you know, and I will make sure the video is a good length, at least maybe 5 minutes, no less than 5 minutes, you know. And if there's only 3 comments, there's no point. And sometimes it takes a while for comments to accumulate. Like now, there's a bunch of comments. I could do one now, but so yeah, today this video's coming out tomorrow. Today's Thursday. Tomorrow's Friday. Well, I would say, I don't know, because my editor says he can't time, but maybe it's early enough for him to, because it's 3 hours behind, so it's only 5:32. So, anywho, So yeah, I don't know why he's not uploading again today. He was supposed to yesterday, not today. We haven't checked his Twitter, but I don't think he'll upload it today. So yeah, anyways, there's plenty of ways to connect with your fans, but YouTubers choose not to do reading comments. Jesse claims he still has this fan mail box, but which I'm not saying he's lying, guys. Two, I should have said this in the beginning, I'm not trying to undermine Jesse. I'm not trying to discredit him. I'm just trying to give you guys facts. This has got things I Googled off Google, and you know, I know people say don't always believe what you read on the internet, but these are facts from Google. These are certain things, then there's no reason for it to be a lie. So yeah, where was I? So yeah, that's the other tweet about the Q&A's family. So yeah, there are ways to connect with fans, and YouTube gives the best response that they could. I've seen some of their responses. Like I said, they tell you, well, try going to this, or try doing that, try doing this. Like, I don't know how much more you want from them, you know. They can't cater to each individual creator. They can't. It's impossible because there are so many and everything. So, and I feel like that's what they're saying. You know, I don't know. I'm just saying, like, you can't cater to each of us individually. They're doing the best they could. There's so many people on the platform, and when Jesse realized that, when there's millions of people on Storyfire, then he's going to realize the challenges. You know, you guys have to realize that. You guys do not understand this. I'm not saying I fully understand. I'm not saying that I'm so knowledgeable on this, but just, you know, like I said, it just takes a little bit of research. Just type into Google. Okay, so, next. He made $233 for 150 views off his last video upload where Michael exposes him. And when I looked it up, which you see on Google here, it's $1 per 1,000 view. So I did 150,000 divided 1,000, I got 150. So he should have made 150,000 then, if he only got 150,000 views. If that's, you know, and that's all the math. That's what I looked up on Google, as you saw. But he made 233. So look at that right there. And also I found this on Google that I put in my other video, which you guys should check out if you want to know more of the money-based side. Their video on that, YouTube versus Storyfire, and all the money thing on that. If you get 1 million views on your video but no one clicks on the ads, then you make no money. So don't blame YouTube, but I'm blaming people who don't click on the ads or whatever. Okay, remember that. Like I said, guys, I'm providing proof, so you can't say I'm lying or I'm making this up when there's proof. Anyways. And he's talking about, too, in that tweet, you know, 30-minute length video makes no difference. Because he's talking about the length of the video, and the length of the video, it doesn't make a difference on the money, it's the views. You can have an hour video and get, you know, only like 100K views, and, you know, it doesn't matter the length. And he talks about the, you know, he spent that amount of money for the trains, the food to get to New York, and he took 24 hours altogether, I guess, to do that video. Well, he could have drove his Tesla, because think about it, Jersey to New York, they're still right next to each other. It probably maybe took him an hour to drive there, maybe an hour and a half, depending on traffic. Could have used his Tesla to drive there. But he chose to take the train. I don't think trains are that expensive. You know, I don't know how it is in Jersey, so I can't say, but I know where I am. I don't think they're definitely under $100. I know that. And for food, come on, you went eating with Michael and Bridget. I'm sure they all chipped in for food, so how much could have really been to? And what else could you spend money on? Trains, food, what else? It's not like you stayed in New York, you just went there for a couple hours. You know, in that vlog he did, yeah, it was Michael saying, but then, you know, it showed him at his grandma's, Nani's birthday and stuff, so like, that right there, he chose to take the train. He could have took his Tesla, like I said, because New York and Jersey are next to each other. If you guys even want to go the extra mile, look on Google, you know, Pittsgrove, I believe that's the town he lives in, and in New York City, you can look at the distance for driving. You know, I should have done that. I didn't think to do that for that part of research, but I'm telling you, probably takes an hour and a half. My dad told me it only takes him to drive from his job, and you guys know I've said it before, I live in Connecticut, and he drives to Jersey, and he told me it took him an hour and a half to drive there, and that's from Connecticut to Jersey. So think about from New York City to Jersey. I'm sure it'll probably take the same depending on traffic, or even just an hour. And you can drive his Tesla across country, but you can't drive it to one state over. I don't know. yeah, there's a mix between my opinion and my facts. Now I think about this before, I feel like it's like a trial, because another person made a YouTube video, you know, breaking down his tweets, but he was on Jesse's side, and I feel like I'm on the defense, you know, and I'm defending YouTube. You know, I don't know. You guys understand. Anyway, so yeah, that's that tweet. Okay, next one. And he said how he could have worked at McDonald's for $10 an hour and made more than 150K views. Well, I did the math because McDonald's minimum wage job. So you make 10 hours and if you work 6-hour shifts. Because most people, you either at McDonald's work a 6 to 8 hours. So 6 hours you in one day too. I'm pretty sure he was talking about in one day. You make $60 in one day. Right? And then 8 hours make 80, 10 hours 100, 12 hours $120. And that's just one day. Then you add that up to a week, but he was just talking about in one day. So I know he's probably just exaggerating, but still. And then then next one, he was talking about how during the cycle series he made 83 million views in 30 days. And it netted less than $1 per 1,000 views. Now I did this math, 1,000 divided 83 million, and that's 83,000. So with that amount of views, you made at least around 83,000. Could have been less, could have been a bit more, but it's around that number. So $83,000. Come on, really? Gonna complain about that? And once he stopped Psycho Series, that went down. This tweet is a chart that he, you know, popped about Storyfire. There's a lot of things I didn't understand. If you guys understand it, let me know in the comments. I just know I looked up CMP. It means cost per 1,000, which means view. So yeah, that's the chart. If you guys want to try and decode it for me, I could have looked up, but it's just been too much, and I feel like it wasn't super important. Anyways, but yeah, tweet number 7. So Storyfire, 150K views. Oh no, YouTube's 150K views, and then gets $233. I put 30. And then Storyfire gets 30K views, and he makes $400 off of that, which is, I mean, almost twice as much. Storyfire is a whole different platform too. You have to realize too, and the money and how he does it, it's different. Like for 1,000 views, it's different in YouTube. So it's hard to compare that. Like if it was the same amount per view, if it's $1 per 1,000 view on Storyfire and YouTube, then maybe. But it's just hard to compare those two. So I think that was kind of really bad example for him to use, because it's two different platforms, two different amounts of money you make. So it's hard to compare it. You know, and he says he has creative freedom. Well, you have that on YouTube. I mean, it's, you know, like the limitations are not terrible, which we'll get more into for his other tweets. But, okay, so he can create whatever he wants and gets compensated fairly. But see, it's all about money. What happened to I think what happens with people, it's like, with smaller YouTubers, you know, you see a change in them. Because they do for money, then they start to build their views and subscribers over the years. If you saw that back then, you have to now look at YouTubers now, you can see change in them. And then, you know, they start to see them and be like, oh, I'm starting to make a lot of money off it. And then you just end up doing it for the money, you know. Like, look at freaking, Sky does Minecraft. Look at how he is now. You know, he stopped doing Minecraft and it's like, look at you, have all these fancy bongs and stuff. I remember seeing pictures of that on his Instagram. He hasn't posted in a while, and he's like a rapper now. I'm just saying, like, not saying it's because YouTube, because you start to see his money. So then, you know, you see YouTubers like Dobrik Brothers who have all these expensive cars and these big houses. Like, look at the Paul brothers, because, you know, they start to make a little bit of money and see, oh, I can do this, and then they just start doing stuff just for the money. And then they stop, you know, caring about the fans, stop doing video comments, fan mail. Because, you know, they just care about doing it for the money. You know, I'm not saying, you know, that's how all YouTubers are, but you can definitely see there why people may get their opinion. And you have to remember, too, back then when people were making a lot more money, you have to remember, back then when you first started on YouTube, like I'm talking about before 2013, not a lot of kids watch YouTube because technology wasn't big then. You know, people didn't have phones, people didn't have iPads, people just had computers, you know. A lot of kids didn't have access back then to computers like they do now. They have their tablets, phones that they watch it on. So you have to think about that too. You know. Because that's what it's about. The kids. And you have to think about that too. How years ago, it wasn't like that how it is now. With all the technology, people have smart TVs now and tablets and all that. Okay. And he was talking about how he lost $30,000 and made nothing from MVE, even though he was uploading 2 on Storyfire. That was before he started making money off Storyfire. And he was saying how YouTube Premium had cursing, drugs, fights, etc. But YouTube Premium you pay for, number 1. And when I looked up, you can see here it says you can watch vids with no ads. So the vids don't have ads anyway. So apparently that's what I got out of this. And you have to think about too, who's going to be paying for that? People who work, and who's work? Adults work. So those are people who have YouTube Premium and people who work. And I don't think not that many people probably have YouTube Premium anyway, so you have to think about that too. YouTube Premium you have to pay for each month, like Netflix. And who has Netflix? Usually adults, right? People over the age of 18. So you have to remember that too. And if YouTube Premium is so great, why don't you use that then? YouTube Premium is also YouTube Red, for those of you who don't know. That's what I said when I looked it up too. So yeah, think about that though, you know. What else? And he's talking about YouTube and push out notifications, and he has proof. Well, I get notification. You guys, if you watch my reaction videos to his videos, because as soon as he uploads, I click on it and I react to it, and I get the notification about a minute after the video is uploaded. And you always end up seeing it pop up on the screen. You know, like if you go back to my videos, you guys can clearly see that. So claims he has proof. So how come I always get the notifications? I have the bell turned on. He even said too, and another tweet, with the bell turned on, they still don't send out notifications. It's not true. And I even get notification people I don't have the bell on for sometimes. So, and so then he says he has proof. If you go, there's my proof. If you look at my videos, you know, any of my reaction videos from Mcjuggernuggets, especially the more recent ones from this year, you can clearly see it pop up. I don't know if you can clearly see it says Mcjuggernuggets, but I just let you know. See, I got the notification, and I never lie. Hand to God, right hand to God, I never lie. Sorry. Because I'm looking at camera, so when I do this hand, it makes it look like it's my right hand. Anyways, and he says in the 13 years you never felt valued by YouTube. Number 1, if 13 years you're doing this since the age of 14, so you could have chose to do something else, and you didn't have to do YouTube then if you didn't feel valued by them, but you continue doing it. And people can argue, oh, he did that because he likes creating and she did for us. Well, I don't know. That just seemed like kind of bold to me. He was talking about the play button letters and stuff, and how the cookie cutter letters. I read one when I was doing the research, and it seemed okay. You have to realize too, because they don't have time to be doing personalized letters. You know, they have other stuff going on. You know, they always have to make sure though. You know, the platform's up and running, because it's, you know, we had issues with YouTube. It crashed before. You know, they don't have time to be doing individually personalized letters, because that means they have to, you know, go through each person's channel to see something to say something special about them. Do you think they have time to sit there and do that? And they also have to do, you know, people's reviews for monetization and stuff. You know, they have all this other stuff to do. You know, I know like Storyfire, they're doing that now. I have a feeling though that's just gonna last in the beginning now, and then once down the road it's gonna start getting, you know, cookie cutters, Jesse claims. Watch, because that happens. You know, like look here with New Year's resolutions. People start to do them for like, for example, going to the gym. You start to go to the gym for a couple times, and then you stop. You go back to your old ways. That's what people do. That's how this works. You know, they claim it's better because they do personalized letters, and then they'll do it for a little while, and then once they get people, you know, it doesn't matter because they have people, so they just start to, you know, not do as much anymore. Like I said, I'm not trying to send hate towards anyone. I love Jesse so much. I'm just trying to share my opinion and what I found off Google. You know. And he says, in another tweet that he's struggling. But yeah, he made $2,000 in August, and he bought a Tesla. He lives in a nice house. And yes, Jeffrey bought it, but he's the one who has to pay the bills. You know, Jeffrey's just making sure he pays the bills. And remember, he got the Tesla for VidCon. And in VidCon, that's when he got his first Storyfire paycheck. So you can't argue that he used Storyfire money, because he didn't get his first Storyfire paycheck till VidCon. And he said that in the video, so... But yeah, he's struggling on YouTube, and I meant to look up the prices of a Tesla and totally forgot. But I remember in one of the videos, I think Jeffrey said like $100,000 car, $100,000. But yeah, you're struggling. And he made $2,000. Now, and also too, I have his social blade popped up here. You guys may think, well, why are you gonna put that on this kind of person? Well, anyone can look up his social blade. You can just look it up on Google, obviously, because I did. So, just type in Mcjuggernuggets social blade and you'll get it. You know. So his social blade, you can see the numbers there. And he estimated monthly earnings is between 2.7K and 43K. I might have written that down wrong. It says on here too, in yearly 32.6K. Between $522,000 he makes yearly. But well, it's between 32.6K and 522,000. So, but yeah, he's struggling. He makes that much yearly. That's either equal to or more than what average people make in a year. Because like I said, I did a whole money thing in my Storyfire versus YouTube video. You can go check it out. You can see all that what I came up per yearly to do with each type of view and stuff. If you want to know about the money thing, or you can just Google it. And that tweet, he thanks us for everything in YouTube, and he says you don't agree with everything. And that's no, like, when you work at a job, you're not going to always agree with everything your boss does, or what the higher-ups do. And that's okay, you know. Because you have to remember, too, at jobs, not everyone likes your jobs. They say, you know, what's the saying? If you like your job, you never work a day in your life. And yes, that's semi-true, but... You work a job to make money. I know YouTube, it's different. You enjoy it. Good night. And people still enjoy it. You know, I love it. And you don't always have to, like I said, I know a lot of you out there who may have a normal job. Well, not a normal job, but may have a job that's not YouTube. I'm sure you're not always like every decision they make. But that's part of life. You can't like every decision you make. You know, just like with your parents, you may not like every decision your parents make for you, but they do what's in your best interest. And you may not understand why YouTube makes the choices they make, and maybe we're not supposed to, but maybe this is for our best interest, and we don't understand it, and we don't realize it, because we're not business, we're not up there in corporate to understand it, okay? What else? And he says that Storyfire is 70-30 split, and YouTube is 45-55. I mean, it's not that far off. It's what, 25% off? 55-75 is what, 25% right there? Oh no, 55-6, that's 15% difference than YouTube. Same with, you know, the 30 and 45%. It's only a 15% difference off Storyfire and YouTube. You know, Google takes 45% and we get 55%. So at Storyfire you get 15% more. I mean, that may be a lot. It doesn't sound like a lot. It may be a lot, depending. But yeah, so that's the split there. You guys can be the judge of how you feel about that. And the YouTube is doing a new thing where, as of October 1st, now all channels going to get verified. I never knew that was a thing on YouTube, that they had verified marks. Because I've looked at, you know, been on Jesse's channel and stuff. I've never seen a verified blue mark on his channel. And he says, like, they're cleaning house, and he has a friend that works in Comedy Central, and that their channels are verified. I don't know, some have 80K. But you have to remember this, channels like Comedy Central, or those channels that from TV, like Jimmy Kimmel's channel, because those are high stream channels. Those are from TV, so obviously, that's just, now it is fact, they will never get rid of that. And I saw it on Twitter, because that what YouTube says, they changed the policy, you know, all like, the process, or what's it called? What you need to have to be able to get verified, like with monetization. I remember like a couple years ago, it used to be you need 10,000 views. Then they changed it to, you need 1,000 views and 4,000 watch hours. You know, it's the same thing that they're changing, and some channels may not, you know, have meet all the qualifications for it. You know, and that's not YouTube's fault. You got, you know, and you know, and YouTube even tweeted out too. I was looking at the tweets before. They said, you know, just because you don't have a blue mark, that doesn't mean you're not a value creator. They were saying like you're still a value creator, and you are. You know, you still have the blue check on Twitter and Instagram too. So I understand it's annoying, but you know, just look at what you need to get it back, and you can get it back. You know. And he says, and the last but not least, he says the bell is the most ridiculous. You know, and it's straight kill channels. I think the bell is convenient because you can click to a few. Because there's some channels I watch and I don't watch all the videos, so I wouldn't like get notified for every single video if I don't watch every single video. And I'm sure I'm not the only one who's, you know, out there. I'm sure some of you watching are subscribed to channels that you don't watch every single video. Maybe even you don't watch every single video of mine. So then why would you want to get notified for every single video? So you click sometimes, or you click always. For Jesse, it's always, and yeah. I'm just saying, like, that's just kind of, it's a smart way to do it, because, you know, if you're not going to watch every single one of the videos, why would you want to get notified? Anyways, guys, this is, once again, me not hating on Jesse or his content. This is me saying I love his videos. Can't believe it was called a 9 of 9. And sorry for no video yesterday. You know. But no one uploaded. Jeffrey didn't upload. Jesse, I don't know what's going on. Anyways, I'll go to Jeffrey's Twitter because he did like a little cartoon of Larry's Lounge and it was really funny. Anyways, guys, let me kind of get more on the screen now. I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope this gave you a little bit more insight. Again, I understand, you know, don't take word from the first person. Yeah, I'm not saying Jesse's lying, but do your own research like I did. I popped up stuff from Google because that's, and so to give you proof. I want you guys to have proof to know I'm not making this up, or I'm not trying to hate on Jesse. This is proof. And you may not like to hear this. I know sometimes you don't like to hear the truth. You know, I love Jesse, but it just takes a little research. If research makes all the difference, or you don't sound ignorant or stupid. I'm not saying Jesse is or sounds like that way. This is me breaking down his tweets. This is what I got from his tweets. You guys might have got something different. I love you guys. Sorry, this is a bit of a long video. I didn't want to be that long, but I think it's an important video for you guys to learn. I love you guys. Follow me on my socials, sign my YouTube petition. Follow Colin Insta because he has some editing to do, but I helped him the majority by getting all this information. He just has to put it all in the video. Anyways, I love you guys. But please voice your thoughts in the comments if you agree with me, what you don't agree. Maybe you can tell me a little bit about that chart. You know, too. Anyways, I love you guys. And I was, hit the subscribe notification bell. That's important. Sign my YouTube petition, follow Colin and stuff. Follow me on my socials because I tweeted some stuff last night after reading, you know, Jesse's tweets. And yeah, I love you guys. Subscribe, press the notification bell. Do that. And I will see you in the next video. Peace.